Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Workers and Resources. Hope you're having a great day. We're following along with the hospital helicopter at Croft Kalash. I just like sometimes when I'm like busy doing some other things or, editing or just trying to like brainstorm on what I'm going to do next. Sometimes I'll just follow a vehicle around. It's kind of therapeutic. I just really like doing that with this game. It's great. Looks like it's our last chance to buy this, the Tram 105 NA. I'm not going to bother with buying trams, I don't think, at least not yet. So in this video, what I'd like to do is a couple of things. One, I just want to update you really quick. I made this look a little bit better. I just couldn't stand how it was way out like that, so I brought it right in and I made it look a lot better. We still don't have this being I still don't have this fixed. I'm pretty sure I'll have to remake the whole thing if I do, and right now it doesn't really matter. It's pretty rare that this actually causes a problem. So like they're gonna merge over and then they'll merge back if they want to, and that's that. So for now I'm gonna leave it, might move it later. What we are gonna move, however, is this. So trains obviously are a big part of how we move people around in this game, right? And as you can see, like we have some cars that are bunched up here, and that's mostly because the guards drop down and people have to wait for the trains a lot. So what I'd like to do in this video is try to make it to where the trains no longer interrupt traffic. And to do that, we're going to make an elevated train line that comes through here. It's going to be, I don't want to say it's elevated the entire way because it's not going to do that, but you can see how we sort of have this little part right here where trains can merge over. So like if one train is coming through here like this one is, and it wants to go back the other way, it can get over. So pretty much from here all the way over to probably about here, we're going to elevate this, which means I need to remake where this transition happens. Now, thankfully, that's pretty inconsequential. It doesn't really matter, but it will interrupt existing routes and it'll confuse the hell out of a lot of trains when I do this. So we're going to be spending a little bit of time in the pause menu to do that. And then once we have that elevated line to where it's over top of the roads and it's not interfering anymore, we'll have this situation then where trains will be able to sort of hang out in this area and wait for other trains to cross and do the things they need to do without it interfering with traffic. Obviously, the bridge that's here has to come down to the station. There's no elevated stations, unfortunately. And then we also have several instances here, well, I guess two, where trains want to merge over. These need to stay on the ground too, because we can't merge with bridges, at least as far as I can tell. Which means elevation needs to happen right about here, and it will stay elevated until about here. So this is a little one, but it's going to be just enough to where we can get it over top of this road. And that way we don't have to worry about that traffic being a problem. I may do the same thing here, and like maybe we can make this whole thing elevated as it wraps around, because it doesn't have any junctions, right? There's no intersections here. So we could just make this elevated and wrap around to about here, then come down and let it do its thing. Just trying to get the trains off the roads, right? Especially here because it's a really busy part and it can affect traffic. But the roads themselves are significantly better than they were before. Obviously, we have this little issue. It is going to be an issue, isn't it? I think it actually is going to end up being an issue, guys. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it would be, but it definitely. I already just checked it randomly, and it does. It is. Okay, so trains come through, cars have to stop for them. Yeah, and this is even worse when, like, say, this signal drops it down or whatever, and these trains have to wait here. Then all of a sudden, we're in a situation where the train is literally stopped on the track waiting for other trains. So we're going to lift this up. So to do that, we're going to pause. And I'm going to have this intersection probably be here instead. So I want to basically get rid of all of this. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. It has a tendency to do that when you play around with train tracks. I'm also going to get rid of that to get it out of my way. And obviously this has to be gone too. So a lot of the signals and stuff are going to be moved. We're going to go to the track removal tool instead. There we go. And we'll just kind of back this up. And I'm going to probably curve it just a little bit. So let's move it back about this far. Okay. This one over here, we're going to keep it elevated until I think probably around here ought to be good. It's going to be more expensive, but I think it'll look better having all these walkways go under the train instead of the train crossing walkways. So we're going to eliminate all of these tracks right here. Yeah, all this right like that. Okay. So, the intersections first, because that has to be in before you can do anything with the bridges. So, why don't we back this up just a little bit more and give myself extra room here. There we go. And then we're going to have to gut that to get it out of the way, but I think everything else is fine. Next, let's talk about the intersection. We're going to get off of rubles until we're ready to build it. And we're going to probably want to go about like this here. And I think we'll probably have this be... The bridge is going to end about here probably. So... At least I'm hoping that that's high enough. I don't know that it is, but I'm really hoping that it is. So for that reason, it looks like I have to actually come back even further. So let's come back all the way back here, and let's just take this back to the road. And then we'll wrap this even tighter around this way. Something like that instead. We can go there. That's good, and that's good. And then over like... Oops, nope. Gonna have to be back here a little bit. Yep, there we go, like that. And like that. All right. So that gives us where we want it to be. All right. Next is the bridge. So we're gonna take the build truss bridge and we're gonna bring it up. And the hope is that we can go over top of the, I hope anyway, that I can go over top of the road with just this elevation. It looks like it'll let me do it. Nice. Let me do a lower. Nope, that is the elevation. Okay, good. So we'll go this way with it. Let's bring this up. Snapping on? It is. Your snapping is on. It's just not letting me do it. Oh, it's got to make me go a little bit further away? Why? Yeah, like this. Line that up, man. And there we go. All right, and then I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep it this elevation until we get to, well, power lines, right? Somehow these ones aren't interfering, which is really strange, and I feel like I'm going to have to remake these just so it doesn't look bad. But for some reason, it doesn't actually care about this. Like, I can just keep going regardless of the power lines right there. That's a little interesting. Okay, and then we need to start heading down. So we'll bring this back, and we'll start heading down towards where we want to be. Well, we're going to need to, like this. No, not obviously, no. Okay, it needs to go down faster than that. So, go like, oh, okay, so this walkway is going to be difficult with me. I'm going to delete it so I don't have to deal with it. And I don't really want to delete the trees if I can help it, so there we go. Okay. So you are going down, like, yep, as fast as you can. There it is. And then you're going to go up as fast as you can. There we go. And then the walkways underneath, we're going to build those back out and wrap it like so. Easy. Okay, build the walkway. And now we just need to, I'm going to keep that. That looks pretty good. I don't think there's any problem with that. That's going to remove the problem with the train getting in the way of this traffic. That's 2.8 million. It's pocket change to us now at this point. So there we go. And then we're going to want to put in a signal here. Put in a signal back here like that. Get the clear to be there. Get the clear to be there. Perfect. And then this side chain here. So it stops before that road. And it clears after that road, like so. All right, all the way through. There's signals there already. Everything else is going to stay the same. Okay, so this part is fixed and done. And then we've got this signal, which I could scoot it back just to make it cleaner. But I think I'll scoot the chain back to the bridge and the clear back to here, just to give it a little bit more room. No big deal. And that should take care of pretty much everything. Yeah. Now, the power lines are obviously bad. Like, we don't want them to cross the track like this. Again, it doesn't really matter in the sense of the game, but it matters to me, all right? Because I know it's happening, and that's a problem. I just can't stand clipping, and this is gonna make everything clip. Didn't I just get rid of a power line right here? I thought for sure I deleted a power line right here. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I was like looking for it to like highlight. Yeah, here, right here. Connect that. Hi. Do that, please. That brings it back in, and everything should be okay now, hopefully. Stop being red, please. Where is the... How about this one? Where did this one connect to? Maybe this is the one that was disconnected? I disconnected one of these suckers. I think it's right here. Yeah. This goes this way, and then... It can't be it, can it? I mean, it does go where it goes there. Maybe it is. Why is this red? Well, it's red because it's... I mean, it goes all the way over here. Wow. It's red because it is. that's the answer. Ah, now it's orange. Okay. I was going to say, like, I don't know why the power isn't rebalancing, but it's definitely a red line, so I might have to look at that to let that balance, but I think that might be a problem. We'll have to see. It might have been that I connected the wrong one, because the other one, this one here that I connected here, it goes all the way that way. The other one that I connected, doesn't that stop? Isn't that connected to this? I think it is. I'll look at it later. It's fine. Right now, I just want to test and make sure this is working the way it's expected to. It does appear as though everything is fine, but now these guys don't have to wait for trains anymore, and that looks a lot better. All right, so on this side, it's a little trickier because we don't have a whole lot of room. But if I was to delete this track right now, all the way to from here and there, delete this back, all the way to about here, okay? If I was to bring a truss track up, high as I can go, it's gonna have to be faster, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah. All right, maybe we make a compromise here. Instead of having two parts where one is a little longer than the other and all that, maybe I just bring the transition back a little bit. Yeah, so let's remove this track all the way to about here. I'm gonna get rid of the walkway as well, just because I don't think we'll be able to navigate that if the walkway exists. And then, because you can't build too close to intersections and stuff. And then what I could do is, we want this to come back even more about here, and then you, how long are these trains? I think you're probably going to need to go, can I make the bridge here? Is this long enough? Man, it's really picky, isn't it? It's going to let me do that, okay? So this is an acceptable, well, at least I thought it was. It might be, it's the helicopter. Yeah, the helicopter's in my way there. Okay, pull that back. We'll have to go a little bit closer to the sidewalk here, which is not easy to do. Nope, I still need to do the cross. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring you a little bit closer to the sidewalk. We're gonna check to see whether that fits. It should. Right there like that. Come on. Got it. And then hopefully this will let me go up. And you will follow. Very good. Come on, snap. Please. There we go. Close enough. Close enough. Okay. You're going to come over. Like this. Like this. Okay. And then we come down from here. They have to come over just a little bit more. Yep, just about like that. And then bridge meets up there and there. I believe that will work. It looks like it's low enough. And again, we still have that cross. That's a very important cross for this line because trains come from this direction and have to go back the other way all the time. So let's build that too. And then we want to chain here and clear here. Oh, gonna have to clear somewhere else. We'll clear slightly up higher. Yeah, because this is a junction point. I would really like that signal to be on the bridge, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna have to, I don't want it to be way up there. It's too far away. All right, let's do something I'm gonna regret. Pull that back. And then, come on, right. Can you do it just before the bridge? Just before the bridge, please. No. What about from here? Can you do it just a little bit earlier? Yeah, like that. This might be too quick though. That might not be long enough. That's the problem. I don't know if that's long enough, guys. I'm not sure this is long enough either, but I gotta be able to transition into that. This seems to be as far back as I can go before it forces me to use the bridge. So, okay. It's gonna have to be the way it is. We'll hope that it's enough. If it isn't, then I guess we'll adjust the bridge. It does look like I kind of came up pretty slow here, but it's no different than the backside of this. This might just be what you gotta do, you know? Yeah. All right. Keep that going the way it is. And it's the same thing on this side, right? We have to have adequate room to shift over to the other track. So it looks like that's gonna be fine. Now, what are you waiting for now? Did I mess anything up? No. What is this waiting for? What? What? Oh, wow, that's ridiculous. Okay. Hi, yep, we want several signals in here just to kind of make that happen, please. So what are you waiting for? It's gotta be this. Okay, so this is a construction train, and I'm trying to build this track out, and it looks like this one's on its way back on this line. That's why. Yes. So until this one gets back, it won't do it. Got it. And then this is still messed up here too. Okay. This is just something that happens with construction trains and trying to figure out how to, you know, you got to build track, right? Now I've got actually 2 trains working on this. The first train, I guess it's going to be this one. That's working on this track. This train though is actually able to go all the way down, and I've made a separate connection over here. I'm trying a new way of building the track basically. I made a new connection point out this way. So this is a separate piece of track. So one of my construction trains is going to start building it from this side all the way out, and the other one is building from back here all the way in. So effectively, I can get 2 trains building the same area. But until this actually gets in where it belongs, that's going to be a problem. And it's just going to have to be navigated. This intersection is a pretty good intersection. It looks a little wonky, and it doesn't have this curve, but it doesn't need that curve. So, in any case. All right, so we fixed that train track. It looks a lot better now. I think, you know, minus all the little dirt that's been popped up, I think it looks a little bit better now. It gives me more room for parking lots if I wanted as well. So if I wanted to get even more people involved with cars, because I'm crazy like that, I could just, you know, do something like this. Or not. Ooh, or not. Can you really not fit? There's no place in here to where you're going to fit? Man, I don't want the medium one. It's going to have to be a medium one. We'll do it like this. Line it up like that. And if I do that, can I do that? Yes. And then you down here, please. I hate these roads, man. I hate it how they can't bend enough. Like, you have to do something like this to make this work. It's annoying. It's so annoying. Look, that will work. It doesn't look good, but it will work. That will function. So, okay. I just want to be able to do right angles. That's it. That's all I want in the whole world. Just let me do right angles. It just makes, I don't know why. Like, what was the design decision behind that, you know? I was like, what's the option is you don't get to do that. I don't know. Every road curves, that maybe is the justification for it. I don't know. I think I need to support this line a bit more. This red has me concerned. So why don't I... Where are you going? All the way into here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of power being used through here. I'm wondering why. I never had a red line here before. What is causing this to go red? Did I mess this up? Maybe I just need another... I don't see any power lines that are not colored. Because if there's any gray ones, then that would explain it. But I don't see any that are gray. I just see, you know, lots of different colors. And then I also, of course, have them crossing this. I'm gonna try to remake this, I think, to where that doesn't happen anymore. I just hate the idea of all of these things crossing the lines. But I'll look at that offline. It's fine. It's for now, everybody's powered, and that's all that matters. So the next thing I want to look at, first off, I want to look at my ship. The boat is done. Look at this boat. This is our boat. We made this boat. It is worth 2.5 million rubles. And if I want to export it, all I got to do is say, you go to the border, this border, and it will just do it, right? So that is awesome. But I kind of want to use this as a passenger ferry from one side to the other, right? Like to get people moving around a little bit. And this again kind of supports my idea of having this be a town. Like can extend this town to where it's got houses and stuff along this way so that we always have people working here and everything. Gosh, this is already getting close to done with the other boat. Storage is full for steel here, but what's going on over here? Are we... Oh, we're in dire straits for steel. We got a little bit left. Here. 496. We're missing coal. Excuse me. We're missing coal. You know, I think it's about time this coal train get a little longer, huh? Maybe get a second coal train. We're fine on producing it. We're just not getting it there in time. Making a lot of steel. But yeah, we don't have a problem with coal production yet. Certainly not the ore. Do we need another coal train? The question would be how to balance that, because like the train's gonna pop into here and stay there until it's unloaded, right? I mean, I guess it's gonna unload really quick and then go back. Maybe there was a time where it was all stalled. I could just have I do have another coal train, right? I have the one that's making its rounds, delivering all the coal to the heating places. I could maybe have that stop here and deliver a portion of it to help alleviate, because it's not using all of it, you know? So maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's the solution here. Let me see where that coal train is. We're gonna click this, find related vehicles. This is coal train 2.0. This is the one that's going around to different, all the different heating places. So what we could do, since this has a lot left, it's not really using a lot of its coal. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we have you stop. So we load, and then the waypoint you're going to is where exactly? You're hitting that. Okay, before you hit that though, okay, maybe we have you hit... We're going to do two things. Maybe we'll have you hit this waypoint, which gets you over there, right? Away from the other coal train. We'll have you hit this one, right? Then you hit this, and I want you to drop off, let's say, let's just go 49%, okay? Half of it? Yeah, I think half of it is acceptable here. We'll have you drop off half of it. And that will help supplement the other coal train and deliver more coal here, while also simultaneously not getting in its way, because you're still going to come through here. You're going to enter into this side, so you're not going to be in the way of the coal train, the main coal train, right? You're not going to be in its way. You're going to sit here. You're going to unload half of it, and then you're going to continue on like you would have anyway, instead of just blowing through this. So I think maybe that will take care of it. We'll see how that works in the end. Now, I have another couple of trains. I wanted to show you other trains too. This is my fuel train, right? It's making its rounds all around the country to deliver fuel and everything. But you're going to notice that there's actually not a whole lot of fuel left in here, right? It's 528 is all there is left in here. And you might be wondering, how is that possible? Well, I actually have an extra train now. It's this one. And I actually have 2 of these. This little train's job is to go over here, pick up 240 tons of fuel, and deliver it to this border. So we're having it hit this track all the way over and deliver it to here. Okay? There's 86 tourists here too. Ooh, we should get the trains to bring the tourists, shouldn't we? We should. Ooh, we should. Anyway, I'm having to sell that because if you let the fuel build up and max out over here, then you stop making bitumen. And then, of course, I stop having it to export. There's a balance here, though, where I don't want to take all of it because then we end up with, you know, running out of supply. I want to take just enough and export just enough to where we don't drain this. It's always working, but, you know. So I'm going to take this. We're not going to load 100%. I'm going to try to load 69%. Maybe that's a better balance. We'll see. I'm also doing the same thing over here because this was full. And because this was full, and this one was full, yep. Because both of these were full, we weren't making any more bitumen because we stopped producing it. So that's hurting my exports by having it just sit there. So I have another train doing the exact same thing. And I had to finagle my way through this. It actually works out pretty wonderfully. But I had to do something clever with signaling here. So here's my signaling for this. You notice that the standard train comes all the way into here, and then it crosses the bridge, and it comes on this side. It does that because there's only one way to go. This here is the only side that connects to this bridge. The other one is coming direct from that side in case a train that stops here wants to get fuel, then it could go and do it. That's the way it was before. We no longer have that as a problem, so this is like a wasted line. However, notice they're blue. These tracks are blue, meaning they're independent, okay? They don't matter. They're independent, and I actually don't even need this signal. So what we have here is basically a system where the train that wants to come from this side is going to ignore this track entirely. They're independent tracks. They come through here, and it will park and do its thing and load up. This little train, here it is also doing the same 240 tons. I'm going to have it go and do 79% instead. But it comes in just enough to where I can get that signal in. That separates it from this line. And these are both chain signals, so they're going to look at these signals here. These chains are going to reference these signals. So as the other big train comes through here, it's allowed to pass, and this one won't get in the way. But if this big train is in here, right, and this other one's coming in, the little one, because the little one doesn't go back here. It just goes back and forth here. It's able to separate itself out of the zone enough to where it doesn't interrupt the other train, and vice versa. So if we were to watch this for a while, you would see that these trains they never get in each other's way. They never have a problem with traffic here. They're never a problem because this thing will turn around and be just before that signal. So it will not continue on to export if the other train is already in this purple area, right? Or if it's in the orange area. It won't do it if in the orange area either. Because that's how chain signals work, right? They reference the zone that they're in front of and the one after it. So they're chained to these signals in front of it. So if there's a train in this orange zone, this is going to be red. So that's how I had to make that happen. But now I'm able to empty the fuel tanks periodically, just a little bit more. And it's enough to where bitumen is constantly being produced. Now, the main issue I'm running into now, though, is that I'm overproducing bitumen. So I might have to adjust my export there, too. But both of those fuel trains are making us a lot of money. So just wanted to give a heads up or an update on that as well. Okay, Kraftkalash. Let's talk about it a little bit. Passenger harbor here is going to be a place, I think, where passengers are going to probably get on to go to work and probably get on to go to work over here or in any other business we have over in this area. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a town over there. So for that reason, I need to kind of expand this college area, this college town. And I also want to do something a little bit different with travel. Because we have this nice rail loop, but this little tiny passenger station, it's bad for 2 reasons. The first is that it's not big enough to really be meaningful. It's a small one in big trains with like 900 people on them. It's like, okay, fine. But you'll notice that there's nobody waiting at the station. That's the big problem. There's nobody waiting here. It's not being used to its full potential. I would like to get it to be more useful. To do that, I'm going to get rid of this helicopter pad. And notice that some of our helicopters have routes and stuff. So probably have to do something different there. They're going to the borders and dropping off tourists. That's a bad thing. I don't need tourists to be here, right? Looks like you're going beyond borders. And then you go to Charlevins to drop them off. Like, none of this stuff is good. We don't want this, okay? This is bad. So this helicopter is going to get very confused very quickly as I demolish this. We're no longer going to be having a helicopter here. Instead, I'm going to redirect this train line to where it will curve, and we're going to try to get a better train station, a 1500 one or whatever. We're going to try to get one right here, right next to the college, if I can. This road is almost pointless. Basically, nobody uses it except for walking, and I'm just going to try to fit something in here. So let's get first rid of this and this temporarily. Get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of this walk path right here. I'm going to get rid of this and all of this. All the way down. Okay, that's good. I don't know if I'll need to move that, so for the time being, I'll leave it. But I want a better train platform to eventually just be right here. And I think if I get rid of that road, I could do it. I'm hoping if I get rid of the road, I can do it. So let's just click a few buttons here. Be careful not to delete. I mean, I know I could go to the specialized tool for it, but I'm trying to avoid that right now. Just because it's easier to, I have to switch between tools. I'm just deleting power lines and walkways and roads, etc. Probably have to move this. I don't believe it's even connected anymore, so this is the time to do it. So we're going to get rid of this too. Let's replace this really quick on the other side, just so I don't forget. And we're going to want to build that right away, so I don't forget. Okay. So the next... in this little spot here is where I want this, and I want it to be as far in as possible, because up until now, passengers and like students that are coming in on this this platform, I mean, they definitely can't reach now because I deleted roads, but they've never been able to reach that university. I'd like to see if there's a way to get a train station to reach that university. And there may not be. It may just be too far away, but I want to try it. So we're going to have you right like this. Close as we can go there. All right. If that's where this passenger train station is, let me just double check trains. Okay, there's nothing close right now to dropping them off. Good. Okay, well, this is like the perfect time to do it. There's no trains anywhere nearby. So let's demolish this. This is going to mess up some routes, but I can fix it. All right, once this is completely gone, hopefully soon, please delete yourself. There you go. Okay. Like this, and like, okay. I just want to get rid of the walk path, not the road. Thank you. All right, so we need to figure out how to get the trains in here. Passenger trains are not that long. They tend not to be as long as cargo trains. They have some length to them still, but they're not as big of a deal. So I'm gonna connect you there, connect you there, and then I want to see this. This is my problem. I gotta be able to cross this, but it won't allow me to do it. So you have to go, and we'll have to redraw this road, unfortunately. All right, so you're gonna go that way, and that way, and then you're gonna go. You come back a little bit, go there, and go there. And this road, you put back in now. Thank you. All right. So hit that, and then hit that, and let it build. Okay. Looks good. Let's go ahead and build that with money. Connect that. That's fine. All these things can connect. The idea, though, the hope is that this is now close enough to reach this other university. So I don't know if it is. We're gonna see right now. All right. So can you reach it? You cannot reach it. It's kind of close. I feel like there's a better path. It's like if there's a road or something that's not upgraded, but no, that's just the way it is. It just can't reach that university. I'm not sure if there's any way to do it without tearing this down and moving it over, but we'll just have to make do the way it is. But I wanted a better train station and one that was a bit more functional anyway, and that's what we got here. So we'll also move you that way and that way because they look better. Okay. So now the passenger trains can come into here. Now, there's still an issue here, and that's that we do have the 900 passenger train, I believe, will still extend into this a little bit. We'll come to that when we get to it. I think most likely we could probably do something with this bridge and see how this comes down quicker. This takes forever. We can probably do something there to remake this to make not quite so space hoggy. I mean, realistically, I think I can probably get it to come down parallel with the road. This one actually comes down faster than the road on this side, so I think that's probably possible. But we'll come to it. We'll deal with it when we get to it. All right, so I'm gonna have the chain go there, and we'll go like that, then that way, and chain here, and then this is an intersection. We're gonna want to chain you. I really don't think. I think I do have to make this longer because even making a signal in here is going to be tough. There's not really a way to do the signal here. So it's almost like if there's a train parked here and dropping people off, then everyone will stop until this thing is out. Which, fundamentally, that is exactly the same as it used to be. Right? I mean, that's no different. So maybe the best course of action here is to let this enter into the curve. Maybe. So we can go something like... it'd be something like this. Something like that. So we let it enter into the curve, and this stuff would then allow it to bypass, but if it's dipping out into the intersection, then so be it. It's no different than it used to be. Okay, so this is the new passenger train station. So I need to find the route. I need to find the train that had that route. It's a long train. It'll probably have a nice question mark above it. Unless it's here. It's not on its way there yet. Yeah, so this doesn't have any idea what to do. It's like, I don't know. We're going to change that. So you are now, your new stop is going to be here. And you're doing the same thing. You're unloading and loading and whatever. So, but now you can handle more students. Technically to the station on the drop off, it's not a big deal. What I'm hoping though is that more passengers will use this and wait here is what I'm getting at here, because we're going to expand this, right? We're not done building here. So hoping that more people use this. Speaking of expanding this, let's get some people to live near the water. So I'm trying to use different flats, like different style housing, because I've been using the same style housing a lot, right? And I've had some people point that out, and that's very true. So we're gonna have some different style housing right here, just a little bit different. And we'll go in and probably make it about like, might have to stop that. That walkway is right where I want this road to be, I think. So probably have to play around with that. But if I go like this, and then like this, and then move this down just a little bit more. Right, this high voltage. I think it's 14? Nope, 15. They look very similar. It's hard to tell sometimes which ones they are. They need to go right on the water here. There we go. Okay. And then same thing here with the housing. Let's make a road, streets. Can come over one. That's fine. About like this. And then we'll do the same thing here. This is going to submit the road to be built. Kind of already know that. Right about like this. And then here. And then I wanted one more here, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get it. Yeah, it's just too close to the power. That's fine. So we're going to expand housing a little bit this way. I'm probably just going to end up building this because I don't really care. That's just the way I am right now, man. I got all the cash. I might as well burn through it, right? That's what it's for. And then we'll set up, you know, more housing over here. Another... actually, I need to make sure that this stuff can reach. Can you reach the... Oh, not yet. You can't. I don't know if it can reach the grocery store. It does not look like it can, but if I do this, I'm sure that it can. Oh, why did you do that? Thank you. All right, so can you reach it now? Not quite yet. Wow, it still doesn't let me do it. Okay, it may be too far away. I mean, and if it is, then we'll just have buses, you know? That's what the bus routes are for. We actually have quite a few bus lanes in Croft Kalash. We initially started, when I built the city, I was initially doing it for the purposes of, you know, moving people around with buses. I've got a bus stop there. I've got a bus stop there. There is a bus platform here now near the dock, so they can come in here and do this. I also have the fuel for this too, so any ship that docks here will be able to refuel. Lots of fuel available, and all of that's running through a pump that's right here and running all the way over into this tank, which is then running into this delivery. So the same, we tapped in once again to the same route for the fuel train, and it's now going to deliver it over here because of that underground pipe. I was gonna just make the storage direct off of this and then to that, but it's too far away. I just couldn't do it. This is the maximum distance. If I went even 1 more meter, I would not be able to connect these two. And the same thing is true for this. It's okay, so the same thing isn't true for this. It's close, but I could not reach from here to there. I couldn't get the pump to there. So I just have an extra like reserve tank now. It's fine. But passengers or passenger boats that dock to this port will now be able to refuel here once they get here, which is really nice. So there we go. We're going to let all of these build with resources. I'm not in a hurry to get housing over here. Currently, we have 72,000 population. We have about 4,800 unemployed. That is under 7%, if my math is not completely shabby. So under 7% unemployment rate is very nice. I think that's a win right there, you know? Can I get a little kindergarten right here? Damn kids. Don't want to play by the power lines. Why? Just go play by the power lines. What about here? Oh, almost. Its line is... I can do it. Get rid of this. And put the power... Put the... where is it? I can find it, I swear. Here, put the kindergarten here. And then we'll have the road come in like this. Or we'll do it like this. That's fine too. And then the power is going to come down this way and then over. Oh, that's much better. Now there's no stake. I like it. Okay, good. And then I can curve in this way, I guess. And then we want the footpaths for that to come back this way and across to the road is what I was hoping for. Don't look like it's going to let me do it. Back a little bit. Thank you. No, straight. No! Do it straight! I hate this road system so much. I really want them to change it so bad. Like, you have to be on the nodes. There's no excuse. There's no give. There's no leeway, all right? There's no exemptions to the rules. Be on the node or create a node. We could always do that too. Like, this little... Like, it cannot connect in the middle of these two dots. If you want to, too bad. Okay. Part of me actually just wants to connect this road too, just to have it wrap. I'm unsure if it will work, but we can give it a try. It's possible that it would have worked if I didn't have these... oh, there's an incline. Yeah, never mind. We don't need that to happen. These can just be dead ends. There and there. Gross. We're gonna redo this. Gross. Better. Better. Okay. And then all of these will, of course, connect to the footpaths. So they'll have kindergarten. And then these ones can come over this way. Let's have it connect. Yeah, I can go through here, I guess. Like that. Then they can just walk down and come around. We don't have to connect at multiple places. Okay, well, we'll need to connect at multiple places when we get these guys to want to go here too. So, like, we're still going to need a walk path that goes this direction at some point. So, like, it's still going to need to be kind of like this. But I want to use some... We're going to use that same housing design. So we're just using, again, a little bit different. It's not as efficient with space, but it's different, you know? So here, I think we'll go here. And then we can't interfere with the pump, but we could do something like this. And like this is like a little housing block kind of thing, you know? So something like this. And then we just simply connect this road direct. And then you two connect to it like that. And then this walk path comes through the houses and connects like that. Okay? And a little squiggly line, because who doesn't want squiggly lines? Do you know why they have squiggly line sidewalks? It's because it costs way less to just make it squiggly than it is to get rid of the trees. You know? Like, usually they wrap around trees. These sidewalks when they curve around. Plus, it's just more interesting, you know? It's just more interesting to have trees nearby for all the things, yeah? Let's just build them. We'll probably have people moving out of their parents' houses. Got 6,700 people living in their parents' basement. So we want to do something about that. Let's give them a place to move. See, there's already people here. They're complaining they don't have a job. We're going to fix that. Just want to make sure that we have a way for them to get to, you know, food, basically. And I think one way to do this is to implement trolleys. I could do a trolley over here too. I would have to move. Actually, I kind of want to do it right. Let's do it right here. This is an okay time to do it. So I can now take the road here and make this a trolley bus road. Just a really quick way to get to school and get to where they're going. You could also use this as a way to get them to the other university when they get off the big train. Although I don't know if they're really going to use public transportation to do that after getting off the train. But it's an idea. So we will take and say that the trolley station is going to be right here. Trolley bus stop. Oh, really? You suck. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it here. I'm going to have to move it a little bit further. This is really not what I want to do. What are you? Heat exchanger? Can I move you anywhere? Yeah, that pipe's pretty long. Pipe's pretty long. I don't think I can. Should we try? I really want it there. All right, we're going to try it. Just a thing. Does it tell me how long this pipe is? No. Okay, well, we're going to try it. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Get rid of this. So we have trolley roads right here now, right? And we're going to have a trolley bus station, hopefully, very soon. Oh, it's not going to let me... Oh, here we go. I can do this side. Yeah. Oh, man. This thing is so bulky. It just won't let me do it. This might be a problem. Can I get rid of that? Thank you. Bye. Come on. Let me do it. Let me do it. I need that heat exchanger to get out of here, and I think it'll let me do it now. There it is. Go right there. Okay. So pause really quick. Let's put that heat exchanger back in. This is a small heat exchanger, I think. Wasn't it? Is it a small one or a big one? Oh, no. I don't remember. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure it was small because it has a 100 meter. There's a 100 cubic meter pipe. So it should be a small one. Let's go like that. Question is, are you even reaching other houses? I need heat to be over here now too, don't I? Is this the best place for you? Maybe I should move you. That's a pretty long pipe though, and it's already made, so it'd be like really expensive to replace it. Let's get rid of you for temporarily sake. Temporarily sake. Oh yes, the temporarily sake. Here. Let me see if that fits. It does fit. It will connect, so we'll leave that alone like that. And then we'll connect the power back up from here to there. That might be in the way. Nah. Well, it's right there on the sidewalk, so yeah, it might be in the way. This will be fine. And then across here, and then, ooh, did I just, wait, is this where it was? Really? Why would I go off this and then curve when I could just do it here? Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's where it was. Okay. Double check my power grid. Make sure I don't have anything not glowing. Things look good. Things are looking good, okay? So the trolley bus stop can be here. We can actually get trolley buses here, no tourists. So that hopefully that leads to people using the trolley bus to go get food. That's what I'm counting on anyway. We can have this go. Well, I would like you to, yeah, just meet up like that. That's fine. Okay, so a couple of things. We need to hook this up to power, which it looks like this is disconnected. Is that a problem or what? What are you? Oh, that is a very big problem, isn't it? Well, I don't know what very big is kind of an under. Very big is kind of not true, but that's interesting. Where was I getting power for the other one? Is it you? Yeah, it was this one. It was going, okay, yeah, that one's there. This one is this direction and down and connected. Okay. So we have a couple of places we could get power. I think I'm probably gonna try and get it from, I can't get it from that. It's gonna have to be from the other side. Yeah. And then we have to wait for this to calm down, because whenever you disconnect things and reconnect things, it like throws power all over the place until it eventually settles. But I want to say that I can connect it to the trolley trafu can just be right here. But I want another stop here. Yeah, that's the whole point, is to have another stop here, isn't it? So we need a trolley stop to be here. And we'll go trolley bus stop like this. Oh. Come on. Don't make me move it. You know, I think it's good enough. I think it was close. I'm going to go like this and just have it be done. Okay, so this is going to connect. Ooh, if I go this way, I can get a road about where my next road is going to be. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay. And then we just need to hook the whole thing to power, right? So that requires one of those little trafu things. This looks like an interesting spot for it, because it's out of the way. Could work. We could say the trafo thing could be right here. Like, almost. Get out of my way. Power is always in my way. Always. There. Okay, reconnect this. Can't get it there. Go. Okay. And then you have all these things connected. So now all we need to do now is hook this to power. And so I have these little extra points here. I could have you go that way. I realize that's like bringing it all the way around, and maybe that's not the best call. I don't think it is. I think a better call here would be... This is only going all the way around, actually. It was like, like, how do I get power? Where do I get it from? That kind of thing, you know? And then we have this. This is off, actually. Where's this going? Right here, because I moved it again. For the station to be built. All right, I think I'll just do it. Whatever. We're going to take you this way. And then, as long as we keep all these lines, like, really close together, it probably won't matter. Yeah, something like this. Nobody will care. All right, so this should be connected to power now. I think. Nope, not quite, because this road has to be a trolley road now too. There. Now it'll be connected to power. So we can have trolley buses, right? Be all up in here. It's nice. And then the trolley, they can get in the trolley station and they can ride themselves over here, which will put them closer to the universities that they can't really reach very well. It also puts them really close to the shopping center. And then we could also expand this idea by keeping this trolley road going all the way around. And then, you know, like, we'd have trolleys going all over the place because this is relatively carless. Oh, here we go. How long is this? It works. Look at that. See, it does. Where is it? Right here. It would have reached into this intersection, but because of how I put the signals, that changes things. The problem here, though, is that if it wants to go back that way, it cannot do it now. It's too long. So it's going to have... It has to have something different here. It has to have a way to... All right, this has to be two ways. And honestly, we could probably bring it closer. This is the longest train we have, so if I can just get it to be a little bit closer. And then what I'm hoping I can do is then just kind of go like that. Yes. I know it looks messy, but it will work. That's the point. It only has to work. If I ever want this train to go that way, though, it won't be able to. Unless... Nope, it won't be able to. I'll have to make the train shorter. It'll have to be one car shorter. Yeah. That's going to be the solution to this. All right, I'm going to have you... You're bringing workers. Woo! See, we weren't getting that before. And now workers are on the train to go off to go somewhere. Nice. I don't know where you're going to work, but nice. All right, in order to get the trolley buses over here, though, I'm going to have to make a lot of this trolley. Like, we still have trolley roads going through here, right? All of this is trolley roads, so I'm going to have to make kind of like the whole thing trolley roads, aren't I? So that means I won't be able to do, like, two-way highway kind of thing here. But there's no way to get a trolley bus over here unless I load it on a flatbed. Ooh... Can I do that? Curious. I mean, the other thing is to make a trolley bus depot over here. I mean, clearly that's something that could work. I was just trying to avoid doing it. But now I'm curious whether that's going to be something possible. Can I load it on a flatbed? You're... How much? 10 tons? That's not impossible. 9 tons? Can I load you on a flatbed? I cannot. It doesn't look like I can. Damn. That would have been awesome. It's 9 tons, you know? Should have been able to. Oh. Lame. Well, put this on the same route as the other ones have. You go. Just do the same route as they're doing. Fine. There's just be many, many trolley buses constantly. All the tourists that come off will just... They're always here. 9 workers, I guess, are here now. Fine. Workers are going to start waiting here. Because we're expanding so far that they can walk. They can actually walk here now. Yep, they can walk here from car parks. Okay. Well, you guys, I mean, this isn't quite what I had envisioned for this episode, but I think we got something started, right? I want to expand Croft Kalash. I really want to get into having more people here. I was going to do the new industry, like I said from the last video. But like to get people over here to do that industry, right? Like I need to expand. I need to have a little bit smarter setup to do that. So that's kind of what I was doing here. I'm getting more people in here and then giving them a way to travel to that industry. And I think there's really, I probably can't avoid just having a trolley bus depot in this area. Because if I'm going to do trolley buses, then that's how to do it. So we're going to expand the trolley roads to be all the way out to here. All the way out to here. And then it's going to round that way. And trolley buses are going to go, yep. Just going to keep it going, right? So they're going to be like a new mode of transportation for this whole area, which I think will work really well. There's not a lot of cars in Croft Kalash. It's like Mackinac Island, man. I mean, cars aren't banned, but why bring one, right? So many like crossings and stuff here. But if I can get that trolley to bring it out to here, right? Get the trolley bus roads to be all the way out, like say this far, right? Because the industry we're going to be making soon, this new resource we're going to be getting for bauxite. You might have seen bauxite for a while. We haven't used that yet. Aluminum. I'm going to delete these. These are, what a waste of space. Like, whatever. Get out of my way. I'm so, like, everybody's crossing, really? No. Uh-oh, I just deleted a power line. Which one was it? This one? And we go to, which one? There. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get the trolley to come all the way up this way. And then the new resource we're gonna be collecting is bauxite. We're gonna be making aluminum. We need to do that for the final industry that we're gonna be investigating and setting up. And aluminum's required. That's gonna be over in this area because we take a look at our map, which we haven't had to use in a long time. Here's where we are. And the red dots are bauxite. You see, we've got a little bit right here. And we've got some right here. And these are the two sources that I'm going to get in on. I may also get in on this source. There's a reason why this is bare right now. There's a bauxite source in here too. And I might also tap into this because it's really close to where our airport is. There's another one over here that I wanted to get before, but it's actually underwater. So we won't be getting that one. I could flatten it out and stuff, but I'm not going to bother with it. So we're going to start with just getting the bauxite from here. As a way of getting cheap labor to do it and really close transport to where we're going to be making the planes and helicopters and all sorts of other stuff like that. The cool thing about the bauxite mine is that it does not pollute. Right? Where is it? I don't actually know where it is now. Advanced industry, right? Various industry? No? Engineering? I forget where it is. Metallurgy, probably. Aluminum, right here. Notice how the bauxite mine does not pollute. So we can have people working resources here. And quality of source is pretty bad. You can get to like 50% here, which is not too shabby. But you can see how like I stopped building right around that deposit, right? Like it's all red right there. So I was thinking of maybe putting a bauxite mine right here and just starting to collect it. But it's like the inner city kind of thing, man. And I don't know if I want it to destroy the look of everything, to put a mine and a storage and aggregate and all that stuff right in the heart of the city. So what I was going to fall back on is doing it out here because there is a lot of it out here. There's a ton of it. Like we could have probably 10, 12 mines, 99% quality source. Like there's so much bauxite right here. So I thought about putting the aluminum industry right here instead, just so I don't ruin the aesthetic of my, fedora stand. So anyway, that's a long video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that you've liked the improvements that I've made. If you could remember to hit the like button, that would be amazing, because I know a lot of you don't remember that, and that's fine. I don't remember it either. But there's like this impulse to just keep watching, and if you're gonna do that, that's completely fine. I love your faces. But interacting and commenting and such helps the almighty algorithm. So thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.